Hi everyone, welcome to episode 3 of the van build. In the last episode you saw us pull up the floor and remove the cargo barrier. Upon removing the floor we found a few rust spots and a few small holes in the floor. So in this episode we'll run you through fixing those rust spots and filling up the holes. So enjoy the video. So here's the van all stripped out. As you can see, the cargo barrier is gone, the floor's gone. It's not in bad condition, the floor pretty good actually. There's only a couple of minor spots. One down here just behind the sliding door. There's another over here which just the paint has come off. That's only really basic surface rust. There's a few rust spots here now. I'm pretty sure these ones here will just come off. Hopefully just using the methylated spirits. A couple of tiny bits under the chairs there. And a tiny bit under there, so nothing huge. There's a couple of holes in the floor. There's one here that needs to be filled in. There's a couple around here by the sliding door. I'm not sure why they were there. They had some screws going through them, so I'm not sure if they were trying to hold the floor down, but as far as I'm concerned the floor was pretty secure. And there's another couple here at the back. So basically what we'll do is we'll just clean up the rust, we'll spray all of the holes, and then we'll fill the holes with silicone just to make sure that it's, we're not going to have any issues in the future. So without further ado, let's get started. So the products we're going to be using today, guys, going from the left, we've got some Rust Cool paint. Basically this is a one-stop solution, so it's a primer, it's a top coat, and it's a rust inhibitor all in one. We've got some methylated spirits here just to wipe down the surfaces. You don't want to be using moisture, anything that is going to cause moisture, because that's what's caused the rust in the first place. We've got some cloths here, basically just used to wipe things down. We've got some sandpaper here to give the surfaces a quick go over the sandpaper before we apply the rust. I would not recommend using a really coarse sandpaper. Use something fine. So I've got 180 grit there, and a magazine or a piece of cardboard or just something to shield, just to protect against any off spray as you're spraying the surfaces. So alright, so what we're going to do is we're just going to very lightly sand just to remove the surface rust. We don't want to be removing any more paint if possible. We're just wanting to keep it nice and simple. So and then what we'll do is we'll wipe it with a dry cloth. So we don't want to use any methylated spirits yet. Basically just to get rid of the dust. You'll see that these spots here that I've just given a light sand, shining up nice and easy. And the rust there is pretty much done. So basically the process is we'll go through, sand all of the rust back, give it a quick wipe, and then we'll get out another cloth with the methylated spirits, wipe that down, and then we'll give it a paint. Right, so we're going to wipe it off now with the methylated spirits. Basically, a reminder, don't use anything that has water in it. You don't want to be adding more moisture to this area. Basically, what you want to be doing is just using something that's going to take the moisture, take the rust away and clean it up nicely, but not leave any moisture. You want something that's going to evaporate. So you could use a rubbing alcohol for this as well. So as you see, giving it a nice, good clean in there. And we'll do the surrounding surface just to be safe. Now that surface is basically ready to go. What I recommend you do is give it 10-15 minutes just to make sure that that dries out. If it's sitting in the sun, it's going to need considerably less time. But give it 5 minutes and that's ready to paint. Right, we've let the area dry it's had good 10-15 minutes while we've been sanding the rest of the parts in the van. So we're going to go over now and give it a coat of paint. Make sure you read the instructions on the paint can. This one says it takes 8 hours to dry and then recoat again after 16 hours. So if the paint says it needs multiple coats, make sure you follow the instructions, otherwise what you're doing is a complete waste of time. So we're just going to mask off this back step just by simply holding the magazine like that. It says 15-30 centimeters away, so we'll just now you don't want to apply too much, otherwise you're going to start having runs, so you're better off to just do small coats like that and then come back and do more than one coat. Look at that, looks brand new. We'll do another coat in a few hours and then we'll show you the end result. So here we are a week later and you can see this has turned up nice. It's paint's come up really well, almost looks brand new, and the same with pretty much all around here under the seats. Sorry, the sun's a bit funny there. All along here, this wasn't too bad on this side. The worst side was actually this side, which has come out really nice as well. You can see in there, we're actually nice and tidy now. Also in the back here, we tidied up along here. You can see I've put silicone in the holes there on the screws. So it's come up really well, happy with it now, and we are on to the next step.